Hey everybody, it came from Tubi. So Tubi is one of our favorite streaming sites, but they also make original movies, and it is our job to watch them. Unfortunately, this time, because
I better start getting paid for this job.
we're gonna be real with you on this one. This won't hurt. This was not great. I'm a big fan of bad movies. I watch them all the time, and usually have fun with them. But this one was painful. Jared almost he got sick to get out of it, uh, and then he didn't even pay attention to it when he finally did get to watch it. So we're gonna struggle with this one, but right off the bat, you can probably tell why it is the Asylum
I actually
25th.
watched it and then got sick, so
Okay. It made
it
you
it
sick.
made me sick.
It made you sick. The Asylum 25th anniversary, Jerry.
And that's what they made?
And that's what they made for it. So this movie starts off with the bad guy, which is Magma. Hello, bad guy. Uh, and we see it bubbling up, and it's right under the White House. So I don't think that's how earthquakes work. Aren't earthquakes just fault lines rubbing up against each other? Why is there magma? It's not like a volcano burst off from the
I
White
still don't
House.
think that's what the White House looks like, or like the area that the
Is it?
White House is
Yeah,
in.
what's that giant green mark on it? It's like they put. It's like they made a golf course and then put the White House on top of
Why couldn't they just get like a JPEG or like
it.
a photo?
They like made this in like MS. What
In
was
his
that old
paint?
game? No, not
Oh,
MS Paint though, but that old game where you build cities and stuff. It's like they put it in
oh,
there. DC down. So you've seen White House down. Are you prepared for DC down, Jared?
no.
Answer is no. So here is our
I don't think
president.
anyone is.
We don't remember anyone's name. I remember the main character's name, and that's it. But this is the president, and this is the vice president. So we've done it, guys. We have a female, a whole female cabinet right here.
I didn't even know they were the president and vice president until a lot later because I was like, who are these ladies?
They
Eh,
seem like interior
yeah,
decorators. Because that's what they're talking about. They're like, oh, we're gonna build on the East Wing, man. We gotta put
that vice president is the least professional person.
we gotta add to the foundations of the East Wing. So here is our one of our main characters. I believe her name is Catherine.
Oh yeah, I
She
was gonna pull it up just in case.
she's a nerd. She works for the what do you call it? She's a seismologist and works for the U.S. Geographical whatever. And the whole time she's like, I gotta go talk to Lance. Forget you nerds. I gotta go to Lance. Apparently she gives lectures to Lance. That's their like romance is her giving him lectures on geology. So that's
And
how they.
him referencing coffee like 80 times. Yeah, her name's Catherine Green.
Catherine Green. Oh, green for the planet. Green. Okay. Um, yeah, they're looking at that. The White House is under construction. They see it in their computers. So there's a big earthquake. Everything cracks. Bunch of people running around Washington, D.C. Well, an alley. There's like this alley they always show the people
You
running
think they
in.
can afford multiple streets?
So here's Lance, our hero, being protected by his woman.
What was his job?
I don't know.
Why was he in the suit? Because he's like a
He's
ex
like a
like emergency
no, he's like an engineer with the army.
oh, is he?
Yeah.
I thought he was like an ex like emergency what is it, EMS or something like that?
No, he's like with the engineer corps of the army.
Hmm.
But here you see Catherine protecting him. He has dropped his coffees, as Jerry says.
She's like, "Oh, honey, you slipped.
He's like, oh, I got an
It really hurts."
owie. This guy ran funny, so I took a picture of it. He's running out of the White House.
That's how bad this movie was. Joseph had to find a random guy that ran funny.
And as rock almost fell
I
on him.
isn't it was Eric Roberts, right? The guy that was in
Yes,
this. I thought
yes.
he was the president.
No. Yeah, he is the Speaker of the House, I believe.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, the vice president's weird. All she does is cry. She doesn't like talk.
Nothing that pertains to the White House. She talks about everything but the White
And then
House.
she starts crying. She's just like, wah. I dropped my
I do
phone.
like the president because she's like, yeah, that stuff happens.
They're like a couple, not a president and vice president. So yeah, the White House falls, and they
But
like,
look, go back. It's just clouds like photoshopped on the White House. You can tell it's not structurally damaged or anything. Or
so it falls, and the president and vice president fall with it. You think they like got crushed, but no, they just like fall in a hole.
I don't. Is that later when they're in like a closet?
That's much later. So this lady, Lance and Heather, Lance and Catherine are walking, and they're like, "We gotta save that lady because she's like got a bonk on the head, and this car is gonna drive and crush her." So Lance tackles her. He's like,
I love
"Welcome,
you.
welcome to Earth." Um,
A lot. Oh my! A lot of like the background people or like the extras are just people
yeah,
doing their day. Not like they're
they don't
not
even
reacting
care.
to things. They're just like, I got my Starbucks, going to work.
Yeah, why are they filming us? I don't know. So this is the head of defense, the Secretary of Defense. We get
I
a
didn't
real
know his job.
we get a real close up look at his lips. He's got this weird walkie-talkie that he can like dial cell phones with. It's nuts.
Walkie-talkies do everything in this movie. It does the phones. One's a detonator for a bomb later.
Walkie-talkies, man, they're back. This weird guy. I,
Looks like
I
if Jimmy Carr was Hitman 43 or something like
sticking his tongue out too. I don't.
that.
A bunch of guys just leave this van. I don't remember what they're doing. So Eric Roberts comes out. So he's the Speaker of the House. So he's like third in line since the president and vice president go down. He gets put in charge, and he kind of likes it too. We'll find out. So yeah, Julia Roberts' brother. Oh yeah, he's looking at this camera crew. This is weird because he's like, I'm gonna take that camera crew and I'm gonna report over here. They never show this camera crew again, but he like points them out. He's like,
That's
that's
the
my crew.
camera crew for the movie.
Eric Roberts says, I like that crew. You're like, okay. Catherine's talking to Lance, and she's like, that was just a baby earthquake. The real one is coming soon. He's like, oh shoot. Uh, so the secretary he calls Lance, right? And he's like, "Get over here, I need you.
I miss you, Lance.
I miss you, Lance." Uh, the nerds watch Eric Roberts on TV.
Yeah, I didn't like the nerds.
Yeah,
They're
nerds.
really annoying.
We didn't really need them either, did we? So Lance gets to the secretary, and he's like, "What? Why are you doing this fancy suit, man? Go get your suit on." Oh, I forget this guy's name. He's Secret Agent Diaz or something like that. Do you remember something like that?
Mm, I can
Uh,
look it up real fast if I can get out of Zoom.
Look at the secretary and Eric Roberts getting chummy together, hugging each other, and he's like, "I got Lance on the job." Catherine's like, "I'm gonna set up a seismometer. I don't know out here."
Yeah,
So it looks like she's
Agent
making what?
Agent Miguel Diaz.
Yeah, Diaz. So Catherine's like, "I'm gonna go put this coffee maker over here. It's gonna tell us stats and stuff like that."
I'm gonna put my Alexa on the ground.
So Lance has got into his like civvies, um, and then he's like, "Oh, we got other clothes for you, Lance. So go get some other clothes."
You did it
Um,
wrong, Lance. Do it again.
yeah. So he does. He goes and he gets his emergency suits
Did Lance
off.
seem really more into this chick than
Yeah,
his fiance.
his actual fiance. He seemed more into everyone.
Dude, his
But
acting was so bad. I don't know what they told him, but like terrible.
act like a hero, Lance. Catherine's like, dude, we could get some drills. And Lance is like, dude, tell him about that cool theory you were
Oh,
telling me
don't
about.
start with the lubrication theory. I was like, stop saying lubrication
She's
theory.
like, we got lubrication theory, man. And they're like, that's too dangerous. We can't do that. So she's like, okay, we'll do this other theory where we drill holes. And if we make enough holes, that'll make the earthquake dissipate.
If if I
And
was the Secretary of Defense, I'd be like, stop, do not call it that. Who named that? Throw him in jail.
Lance was very proud of her, though. He's like, I remember those
He's
theories.
supportive.
You lecture me every night on theories, and I like it. So, the White House has like another earthquake.
The
Look at this
model broke a
CG
little.
CG cars everywhere.
That's like Gumby cars back there. It's like terrible
They're
looking.
playing like Sim DC or something. uh, Lance is like, what is he's like calling the drill guys, and he's like, get over here. I need a favor, and they're like,
Is this why
okay,
they're calling the extra drills? And then like
yeah.
the nerds are like, I'll let you
Not
get to
yet, not
it.
yet. We'll
Yeah, I'll
get
let
to
you get to it.
it. But yeah, he's calling in drill favors from everyone that he knows. The vice president's still crying because she's like, "My phone! Where's my phone?"
And then the president's like, yeah, I've been way worse. I've been through way worse than this.
You got to keep awake, man. And she's like, "My hurt, my head hurts."
Don't you sleep on me, sugar.
And she's like, "My head really hurts." And they cuddle for warmth, I guess. Uh, so Lance makes his first trip in the hole. Doesn't really find anything, and he comes out. There's this. I don't know what this lady was. She was just like in charge, I guess, of
Did she
the.
not know Lance?
I don't know.
I feel like they knew each other.
Yeah, but they're like, he's like, I can figure out anything in there. Nerd Force. This is like, I think this is the part where you were talking about where they're like, hey, remember when we had that earthquake a long time ago? And they're like, yeah. Remember it like shut down the bridge because there was like too many cars? And she's like, the drills can't, or the bridge can't hold the drills. And sure enough, the drills go over these like Bob the Builder cars can't get over the bridge, so
They can't do it.
they cannot do it. And Lance has to give him the bad news. Our drills, Bob has died. Bob the
Drill
Builder,
hawk down, guy, because they're gone.
Bob the Builder has died.
Man
Oh,
down.
I don't think we can do this anymore. So this guy's like Beck, I think, or something like that. So he's very mysterious. He's
This
like,
guy doesn't really talk much, but he still can't act.
yeah, he's in the militia.
The militia don't have names.
Yeah, it's a weird name. I forget what they call him.
They
It's
have the
just
actor's name, but they don't have character names.
Eric Roberts is sworn in. He's happy. He's at Camp David. First
Oh,
thing he
this is when he
does,
hits the gram.
first thing he does is take a selfie.
He's got to post it to the gram.
I'm Prez now. And then there's riots for some. I don't know what these people are rioting, but there's riots.
Oh yeah, because that lady comes in when Eric Roberts is in there, and
Yeah,
she's like, "The riots have started," and
he's
he's
like,
like,
oh crap. And apparently there's like a terrorist group going around, that the Russian terrorist group going around. We don't get good explanations for these, but that's what we're told. And we find out that these guys are in the militia, and Eric Robert calls them up, and he
"Oh, what did
says,
I call that guy? Like evil Josh Brolin?"
"Yeah, eviler." And he's like, we need your help. You're gonna go help. And Lance and this chick are making their second
There's
try in the tunnel.
they're
And
trying lubrication theory.
and for acting, all they do is this. They're like, "Oh yeah, we're almost there," because they're crawling in this tunnel, and these
She
adults are
she
crawling
could
a tunnel.
act when she needed to talk, like have dialogue, but she like not when they're like doing action. But Lance
Yeah,
can't act at all.
So there's like an earthquake. I think I already passed.
What is?
There's like an earthquake and this lady's leg gets stuck in it.
Oh yeah.
The Lance has to like get her out of there.
And he's
Um,
like, "Call me mommy."
and she's like, I broke my tibia. And he's like, can you scoot on your butt or something? She's like, yeah, I can scoot on my butt.
She's like, "Why are you looking at my butt?" And he's like, "You know why." And then she's like, "Man, you're a nerd." And he's like, "Yeah, I
Yeah,
know."
I'm a real nerd. I think this is what he's telling him. There's going to be an aftershock. Oh yeah,
Hmm.
because the drills, Bob the Builder's drills have gotten there,
Look at
and
look at that. Look at that PS, I don't know,
it's
2.
bad. It's like PBS CG. And yeah, Bob the Builder's cars, they don't do a very good job. They call Catherine, and they're like, I don't remember. There's another earthquake, so everyone's freaking out. This lady's like, ah, this is the alley I was talking about. They're always Diaz is like, because she's like, oh no, Lance, I gotta get in there. Diaz is like, no, you gotta stay out here. And yeah, Lance is getting this thing off the lady because the lady's stuck. She's like, my leg.
I can't go on Lens.
So they have to return. They never get to go very far in that tunnel. And he's like, get her out of here. And she's like, I don't think I can go back in again. He's like, duh. So they gotta get a new guy for Lance. The White House like blows up for some reason. Blows its stack. It burps. The vice president's not doing too good. She's falling asleep, and the
She's like,
president's
"Get
like,
off me, dead lady."
the president's like, you gotta stay awake. And she's like, I can't. And she's like, okay. Eric Roberts talking to the bad guys.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
he's talking to the mercenaries or whatever.
yeah, spoiler, Eric Roberts isn't a good guy.
Oh,
I know you're
since
shocked.
when?
I know you're shocked, but he's a bad guy. Uh, and they're like, okay, we're gonna go help these guys get the president and the vice president. And oh yeah, he's like, hey, look at that! Look at that T beam.
I-beam.
No, no, he calls it an H beam. He's like, look at that H beam, and I'm like, isn't that an I beam? But they're like, he's like, no, it's an H beam.
Dang
Like, what?
it, Eric Roberts.
And he's like, and Lance is like, they only put these where there's stairs and stuff, so that's where we got to go.
That's what?
That's what Lance says.
Okay.
Nerd Force. I don't remember what they're doing. Look at him. He's always making those shifty eyes at her.
He's like, "Do you want to go out?" And she's like, "No, you're a nerd."
I think they're talking about lubrication theory here.
Oh, they talk about that for hours.
The secretary is like, hey, Lance, we got these mercenaries. They're going to help out. And Lance is like, that's not a very good idea. And he's like, I know. So here they come. They look like,
They look like
fat,
guys that are really into army
yeah,
stuff, but aren't in our army.
but don't know anything about
Yeah.
her. Yeah, they look like fantasy football players, and they're here. And they're like, you can't take guns with you. So they put all their guns on this guy. um, Look at the president. She's about to give up, man. She's like, there's no hope. And then
She's
they
like, DC is down.
and they find this wall, and Lance is like, dude, you got to break this wall. And he's like, you got to be careful because the president's over there. And they look at him all weird, like, shut
Do you
up.
want it broken or not, Lance?
Look at
Yeah, I
Lance.
do want it broken.
Lance giving googly eyes. Bob the Builder's crew.
More drills.
Oh no, the drill breaks, and that
What was their
drops.
plan to like alleviate the
Yeah,
lava?
yeah. But
Okay.
there's no lava in an earthquake. It's fault
Maybe this
lines.
or you don't know all earthquakes.
So this drops the president and the vice president even farther down. I don't. She like drops on the vice president.
Someone needs to cushion the president's fall.
and he's like, "Hey, Catherine, I gotta go in there. You stay here."
This is like the first time he mentions coffee. He's
Really?
like, yeah, he's like, man, I really should have got that coffee when we were like before all this happened. And she's
Yeah.
like, maybe after. And he's like, yeah.
What is with these movies and coffee?
It makes sense in the other movies, not this
Well, isn't there? We'll get that to the end, but isn't there like a little thing about coffee?
one. Yeah.
She's probably talking to Nerd Force. That's all she talks to. Yeah, she's like, "Hey, we got to go with lubrication theory. That's gonna work." We've been running the Sims and it works. Because these are the Sims, guys. It's just the what do you call it?
That's an
The
MP4.
yeah,
Oh yeah, because of the seismograph.
the music visualizer is their data. The president finds herself in a closet. She fell in a closet. It's like a broom
And
closet.
the door is jammed.
What are these guys doing? I
Dude,
don't
look, get away from my fiance, Diaz. That's all you've been
know.
doing.
Protects her. Um, dude, I can't remember what's going on here.
I think this is when they have to go save the president, or like I don't
I
remember.
think they're gonna do lubrication theory, which means he has to run and get a bomb, and he's got to put it in the river, right? Um, but they're asking for only him. He's got to do it because Eric Roberts is like, yeah, make him do it so we can blow him up and get him out of here.
He's like, "Hey, girl, get Lance to do it."
Yeah. So he's like telling the secretary, you got to have Lance go do it. So the secretary is okay.
Lance, go
Lance.
do it.
And then you guys stay and get the president out of there. And Diaz, you go with them. So they go and they drive right into the sun, man. They
Did
can't
Lance
see.
fart?
They can't see at all.
It's like, man, that one smells. And she's like, I can't believe I'm gonna marry this guy.
Smells so bad it's blinding.
Yeah, he has a State Farm, like one of those little that monitor you're driving. Why is that there?
I don't know. Maybe Lance is a safe driver. Okay, he wants to save.
Save a little money.
I don't know. She kind of like into the fart. Her
She's
face.
savoring the fart. She's like, oh,
Yeah.
a natural musky smell.
Lance is not savoring it though. He's like,
He's
ugh.
like, ah, that's not one of my favorites.
Even I didn't like that one. So they get to this place where they have to take the bomb, and these guys are there. This guy's weird. This I don't
I don't remember
sergeant
him.
or something, but he's weird. He makes weird faces. Uh, and he's like, I gotta do it because
It
I
looked
gotta
like
be.
Lance is like, ew.
Lance is like, I gotta do it, and then this guy in charge, he's like, yeah, you might have to be really close to the bomb because the walls are so thick. And Catherine's like, I don't like this line. He's like,
And
I'll be
he
okay.
gives that dumb line about like, I'll be back or something like that.
Yeah, we'll get coffee after. Diaz is going down with the bad guys. He's got to
Diaz
take.
is like, I think Lance isn't gonna make it, so I have a shot with what's her name.
Yeah, so he's like, all I gotta do is get to the president. So there's like this secret pathway. It's like an escape tunnel for the president during wartime, and they're not supposed to be in there. But Eric Roberts is like, okay, it's okay if they go in there because I need them to go take out the president. Um, so they go and they turn on Diaz, and he's like, "What the heck, man?" And they like hit Diaz in the back of the head, and then Lance is putting the bomb. Got to put it by the ventilation shaft. They're like, "Diaz, what's up over there?" And he's like, "I'm never gonna tell you." And then they shoot him. I don't know if they shoot him or just shoot by him, and it like hurts his leg. And he's like, "Okay, they're over there. There's security and stuff like that." I mean, this is the worst Secret Service man ever. He's supposed to die for the president, but he
It
just gives it.
hurt.
Gives up the info. Lance tries the bombs, but it doesn't work because the cement's too thick. So
He's using a walkie-talkie to detonate.
yeah, so we're gonna get like closer.
And
Nerd
she's like,
Force.
"Man, you are a nerd." And he's like, "I get it."
She's like, I would never go out with you.
I know.
Finally, Lance gets the walkie-talkie to work, and it turns green. But he's got to outrun water, and Lance does it somehow. He outruns water. He outruns the Potomac River, guys. That's how fast Lance is. The bad guys get into the security room. It's very purpley. It's like a party in there or something.
It's
Um,
Do
Diaz is
you come
talking
here
to
often? No, not really.
Diaz is talking to this guy, and this guy's like, "Hey, you want me to go get you a latte?" And Diaz
He's
is like, "What the heck?" So Diaz kicks him.
like, "No, latte."
Never joke about lattes. And then they fight. This guy pulls a knife, but Diaz takes him out, and then he
Yeah, it's my old
calls.
phone.
Is that your old phone? He calls like the secretary, and he's like, "We gotta get out of here." No, he's like, "The Beck guy betrayed us," but the secretary can barely hear him.
What
Look
the
at
heck
that.
is that face?
What is that guy looking at in the back?
You don't want to know.
Lance isn't even dead yet.
Mm-ts.
Yeah, they hear the river, and she's like, "I'm gonna go in there," and he's like, "I'm not gonna stop you. I'm gonna go with you." So they do, and then she smooches Lance because she's happy, and then the
I feel like
guy's
there would still be water.
yeah, and the guy probably smooches Lance too because he's happy too. Um, and the secretary is talking to this guy, and is like, "Hey, you should go help your friends," and he's like, "What?" He's like, yeah, the secretary or the speaker told me, the president told me. He's like, give me that phone, and he kicks him and beats him up. You go, Secretary of Defense. He became the Secretary of Offense at that point. Look at the guy's face again.
What's wrong with him? He's just looking at Lance. Who doesn't look at Lance
Why
that
does he
way?
give looks like that? this
That's
is
his acting.
this is an emergency time. He shouldn't be giving googly eyes to everyone. The waters they flood the virtual streets, and the people run.
And yet Lance outran that.
But Nerd Force rejoices because lubrication theory is a great
This
success.
is when she's like, "I will go out with you." And he's like,
She
"Yes."
said, "Finally!" Those other nerd guys were there the whole time. We didn't even pay attention to
That
them.
guy's like, "Can I have one?" She's like, "No,
Nah,
no,
I
no."
still won't go out with you. It's like, aw. So Lance and Catherine do the head bump thing because he got to do one more thing. He's got to go get the president. So he meets up with Diaz. Diaz is kind of hurting, but he's covering this guy, and he's like, "You go, I'll cover this guy."
Do it, Lance.
So Lance and Beck have a big old showdown, and they fight. Oh, not yet.
No, Eric
That wasn't
Roberts
even
calls him.
Lance. That was
No.
the guy's henchman. So they,
He's like execute order 66 right there.
yeah, and he's got to
And
like, they're like knocking on the door, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm in here," and he's like, "Oh, we'll be in there in a little bit."
and then she keeps demanding, "Who are you?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm here to save you." And she's like, "No, but what's your name?"
Yeah, he doesn't even really try. He's just like, we're gonna get rid of you, and then we'll make it look like a bloody accident or
And this guy's
something."
like making weird jokey faces at her, like, "How you're gonna get killed?"
And she's like, "What is going on?"
You guys are crepes.
So Lance attacks. He
Like the
jumps.
lamest little fist fight I've ever seen in my
Yeah, it
life.
was pretty bad. It was just like guys pushing each other.
It's like two drunk guys at a bar, like kind of.
So Lance is
He's
victorious.
like, "You hurt my head."
The side of my head hurts. The
This
president.
is a weird speech, like national speech she gives to
Hmm.
the US. She's like, "Things happen, but we're the US, so we can
Yeah.
do it." And I was like, "What?"
Shady stuff happened, but it's good.
I don't
She
even think
did.
she said shady stuff. I think she just said stuff happened.
Yeah.
We're America.
Because
We do good.
she doesn't mention Eric Roberts at all. Like
Hmm.
the rest of the movie, he's just gone. um, I think the secretary is like, "Oh, okay, I'll go arrest him." And he's like watching the press conference. He's like, "Oh shoot!"
She's alive.
And he's like, "Thank goodness you fiancés came to our rescue. We couldn't do it
He's
without
like,
you."
"I like you, Lance," and he's like, "I know everyone likes me."
Everyone likes Lance. And then doesn't she
She
say,
says we having a baby, and he's like,
yeah,
"We're having a baby, yeah, let's
he's
get
like,
coffee."
you're gonna have to get coffee for
Oh
three
yeah, he's
now.
like, "Can you drink coffee?" She's like,
Yeah.
"Shut up, let's go get coffee."
Shut up and give me my coffee.
Idiot.
Idiot Lance.
Man, you're dumb, but God, you're hot.
Your fart smells so good. And yeah, there's our look at DC. It's down. The
No, it's
Washington
not.
Monument.
It's clearly standing.
Washington Monument oh, has risen. Yeah, and that was it. It was our bad movie for this week.
Do we have more Asylum Tubi movies
Well, you say that. There's another movie called President Down.
with Lance?
I don't know. We'll have to find out someday. But it won't be next week because next
Thank
week
God.
we have some action when we watch.
Was that not action?
Well, we get action, more action. um, but before we do that, before we say our next movie, we got to give this a frozen meal. And this movie was very terrible. Probably the worst we've watched. Probably worse than the shark.
Worst.
So
The shark has been the best of the worst.
the best of the asylums,
The the War of the Worlds was a
pretty
little
bad.
bit better than this.
Yeah. So what do we give a terrible movie? I was thinking, Jared. You know
The
what?
the ice on the doors when the frozen.
Not that bad. But you know when you're like shopping, you don't know what to get, and you look at the freezer aisle and you go, "Hey, double bacon cheeseburger, great value." And you're like, wouldn't it be easy just to put a burger in a microwave and just have a burger? But then you go home and you try it,
The
and then
bun's hard
the
and
bun is hard as a rock and the meat's mushy mush. So that's what I'm giving this movie is the great value bacon cheeseburger. The cheese is all like bubbly and
the meat's still frozen somehow, but
yeah.
everything else is like molting lava.
So that's what you get, DC down. You get the terrible bacon cheeseburger. Next time, we are going to watch a movie called The Vigilante.
The crawler?
No. So yeah. Like, subscribe, and notify yourself for even more good stuff. And we will see you when it came from Tubi.